generally tell me about, okay, rain falls.
Yeah.
How does it go from rainfall to water that is groundwater?
I would like to think of it as an earth system. Imagine looking at the earth from a bit far away, and water from the oceans is evaporating and going towards the land, and it's falling down there, right? The biggest, elephant in the room is the gravity, right? That's what's pulling all the water inside towards the center. That's what pulling the water inside to the ground. Of course, when it falls, depending on the topography and land use, much of it would run off, right? If it's a sharp Western Ghat, much of it would run off. But if it's a Gangetic place, let's say close to Lucknow, the runoff would be much lower. And generally
So
speaking,
even if it runs off, it's like as it's moving on the surface, it's continuously losing water to the ground.
yeah, that too. But before that, if it's dry, like they say, if it's dry, more of it goes in. That's called antecedent moisture. So if a place already has a lot of antecedent moisture, it is wet, more of it will flow off. Right.
Okay.
So those dynamics are at play.
So soil is porous.
Yeah.
There's enough pockets of air, and wherever there are pockets of air, water can flow and sort of go down.
As soon as it falls, it will try to break the water drop and try to pick it in, right? And on an average, I would say across it varies based on typologies and topography and soils, but 5 to 10% is a good ballpark of the amount of rainfall that goes and reaches groundwater, right? And coming back to the earth level view, right? Most of the water is being sucked in towards the center of the earth in a sense. And if you think of pre-industrial or pre-human times, that process would be even more dramatic because human activities has changed land use in a much more dramatic way. The water levels now are much deeper in general compared to, let's say, pre-human times. I'm essentially saying that first water goes into the ground when the earth's belly is full. Let's say, imagine the Indo-Gangetic aquifer in Uttar Pradesh. When the earth's belly is full, it just flows out from the lowest point in the land like a drain. If a soil is full and you dig out drain in between, if it's waterlogging and a farmer doesn't want its roots to rot, they would dig a drain and water will go out. That's what happens with most of the rivers. So rivers are first a stream flow direction for the surface water, but second, they are the lowest point in the whole area. So the excess water often drains to that. And those numbers can be very significant. Like for Ganga, for example, it can be as high as, of the order of 20%. So 20% of the flow in Ganga, it varies from place to place, is groundwater. If you go closer to Bihar or Bengal, that would increase. So much of that water that you see in the Ganga is groundwater coming out, because if you go far away from the main stream, let's say you go away 20 kilometers away, and you check groundwater levels there, they would actually be higher than the
Water level
in the Ganga.